Welcome back to Golf Course Maintenance here at Fiddlesticks. This Long Mean Golf Course is getting ready to open up on Tuesday, October 17th, and we just need to tell you a little bit about it and what to expect. So this summer we went through 2 closures here on this Long Mean. The first closure was all about cultural practices and projects. We knocked a lot of projects out in that first Long Mean closure. Now the second closure on this Long Mean, I would say we did do a lot of cultural practices that were much needed, but primarily focused on more of the detail work. And when we open on Tuesday, you're gonna notice that tee to green, that this area is 1,000 times better than it was when we opened up after Ian. However, we do have some areas that we need to make you aware about. For one, we're still having a challenge getting some of this sod here. So there are some areas in the golf course where we still continue to lose some pine trees to the pine bark beetle. As soon as we get the sod in, we'll lay it out, and that'll take a couple weeks to kind of heal in. But for right now, they'll be ground under repair. Another area that we're waiting on some sod is the drop zone area on 18. For right now, we have a temporary drop zone that just adds a couple extra feet to what it normally would be. But as soon as we get this new sod in, we'll lay it out, make it look real nice. Another area that we need to be aware about are the greens. More than likely, we're gonna have a lot of heavy sand on these greens when we open. This is primarily because we're still trying to heal in after this dry jacked application that went on a couple weeks ago. Now this dry jacked, I'll explain more in another video and the benefits that it has, but just understand that it's very important that we got this done to help fracture these soils and get us a fighting chance to go through this El Nino year that we're expecting. These greens and these long means do not drain very well at all. They're very old. The soil structure is not ideal. So doing this application was very important to help filtrate some of that water through. So when we get in wet conditions with no sunlight for a while, we at least got somewhat of a fighting chance. You know, the last 2 summers we didn't get to do as aggressive cultural practices due to the events that we had. Even though this was a little over a 5-week closure, we really lost some weeks of good weather. We were dry for most of the summer, but all of a sudden the floodgates just opened up on us and created a lot of cloud covered days that we lost some growing days. So every time we try to top dress these greens and fill in more of these holes from the dry jack, this rain would sit there and wash it out. We're trying to fill in those cavities a little bit. They honestly look worse than what they actually roll. Just be aware that there might be some extra top dressing sand as we open up to help smooth these things out even more. Hopefully we can get some drier weather and some of these greens can kind of tack in a little bit more. But for right now, we just want you to be aware that it might be a little bit bumpy on some of these greens. I'm really proud of this Long Mean team and the efforts that they put into this closure. There's a lot of detail work again, like I said, and I think you're gonna really enjoy the result, and we're gonna really enjoy the results once these greens get healed in and hopefully have a successful winter season. If you have any questions about the Long Mean, please feel free to reach out to me and maybe we can go on a ride one day. Make sure to stay tuned because we've got another video coming out soon about the top 10 accomplishments here on this Long Mean golf course. Hope everyone comes out and enjoys the Long Mean. Y'all take care now. Bye.